today, our boost will be on the power of a flower. In other words, we can say it's flower power. Looking through the lens of the soul, we can see beautiful things. We can see miracles unfolding. And we can see subtle things that perhaps the naked eye dismiss. And within the dismissal of the subtleties, we then get caught in the physical. So today, I'll explain a little bit about being the viewmaster and looking through the lens of beauty. I remember once being in India, and it was a very early morning. We were taking a journey from a city called Ahmedabad to another city called Bharuch in the state of Gujarat. My purpose of this journey was to celebrate a couple of young girls who were spiritual oriented and who wanted to make a commitment to that spiritual way of living. So the morning, we started off like at about 5 in the morning, and as we were driving along, I was experiencing the rising of the sun. And it was a very beautiful experience. It was as if the sun was rising, but I was also, something inside of me was rising. And I decided to not think about the experience, not analyze the experience, but just to let it be, and then to let it flow. And with the flow, I would then be able to see what it was that was giving meaning to this experience of a rising sun. And so in that kind of laid back position in the early morning, I look at the sun rising, and then my eyes went on the dew on the grass. And then it was in the month of March. Then I looked at the flowers that were there just about opening. And then I realized, gosh, this is what it means when a girl takes birth. That when a girl child takes birth, there is a celebration of the sun and the earth. And so it's like that little flower, that budding flower, suddenly begins to show itself. And that experience stayed with me. And I said, this is how the birth of a girl child should be celebrated by parents. Because this is how it's celebrated by Mother Nature and Father Sun. And so today I want us to look at the birth of a flower through the view master of the soul. So as we go into this reflective mode, as we go into looking at what it is inside of me that boosts my worth of being who I am, that gives me a spiritual boost, that gives me that strength to see myself with different eyes, I want us to use this metaphor of looking through the lens of a gardener and looking at my soul, at myself, the soul, the soul, am looking at myself as this flower. And under the light of the source. So that was the source of the physical sun, but under the light of the source of a supreme being that is the parent of I, the soul. What is this light showing me? And in this consciousness of being in the body, which I have taken in loan from matter, from Mother Earth and the elements, but mostly looking at it as a child, the body being a child from Mother Earth. So the soul is planted in the soil of Mother Earth. That means it is in this body, and its light, its nurturing light, is coming from that source, the parent source of the soul, which is the Supreme. And let's feel the strength, the boost that comes from that as I go on this journey. I, the soul, I am the master of the way I see. I am the view master. I, the view master, I'm looking at myself with my third eye, the eye of a spiritual gardener. I'm soul seeing. I'm walking through the garden of I, the soul. And I'm seeing it with the lens of a master gardener. The gardener is looking at the potential of a variety of buds in the garden of the soul. There is one particular flower that catches the attention of the gardener's eye. There is beauty radiating from the eye of the beholder. This flower is revealing to the gardener a beauty that she's never seen before. beauty of the form of the flower. This form is unique to that particular flower. Just like the form is unique to the light of the soul. The gardener is aware of the color of the flower. The color gives the flower its distinct personality. The soul's personality has a distinct color. The gardener is aware of the fragrance of the flower, a sustained fragrance. The whiff of which is from far and near. The fragrance of the soul is in its spiritual purity. It radiates pure love. It radiates pure joy. The gardener looks at the properties of the flower. A flower gives nutrients. Nutrients of food. The nutrients of healing the bodies. The soul also has nutrients. The thoughts are the nutrients of food. And the feelings are the nutrients of health. The viewmaster through the lens of the gardener values the worth of his flowers, but particularly the flower of the soul, the flower that gives power because it's his flower power.